So Earth has wizards now.
10 Marvel gods and monsters more powerful than Thor. Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. When we talk about Thor, the god of thunder, what we can think of is the handsome Chris Hemsworth, wielding his mighty mystical hammer Mjolnir. This handsome Asgardian god has the speed and raw strength that he uses to beat his opponents to dust. If we say that there are gods and monsters more powerful than Thor, would you believe it? Yes, there are definitely those characters that can beat Thor to death. Surprised? Well, in today's video, we would be looking at such gods and monsters who are more powerful than Thor. Number 10. Thanos. Thanos the Inevitable, the Invincible is the most feared demon of the Marvel Universe. In search of the 6 Infinity Gems to fill the gauntlet, he even sacrificed the one he loved the most, his daughter Gamora. He is the wielder of the all-powerful Infinity Gauntlet that makes him practically impossible to defeat. As per the fiction, Thanos was born on Saturn's moon Titan. He fell in love with Death herself and would try to end as much life as possible in his attempts to impress her. After being killed by Drax, Thanos was resurrected and made unkillable by Death herself. Interesting. Even if Thanos is not in possession of his gauntlet, he is far and away more powerful than Thor. He is physically stronger, more skilled, more intelligent, and more resourceful than Thor. Though Thanos has never lifted the legendary Mjolnir, he blocked it many times during his fight with Captain Marvel and Thor. Number 9. Hela. Hela is the daughter of Odin and sister of Thor and Loki. She is an Asgardian goddess of death and can do everything that Thor can do. She has most of the same raw powers and abilities that other Asgardians do and has a cloak that increases her strength. She can create illusions, fire energy bolts, and can kill most Asgardians in a single punch. In a fight with Thor, she effortlessly beats him around the throne room and strikes him across the face with her sword, literally slicing his eye out of his head right then and there. She is shown to be capable of even destroying Mjolnir. She also has a pact with Death that allows her to kill with a single touch and steal the souls of her victims. Number 8. Odin. Thor's dearest daddy has all the powers that can destroy Thor. To begin with, Odin is the ruler of Asgard, and he's the one who created Thor's famous hammer. He rules over all Asgardians, which means he is the most powerful of them all. He has all the powers of Thor with a higher magnitude, of course. He also possesses the Odin Force, which is the source of almost all of his powers and lets him project energy fields, engage in telepathy, hypnotize others, and do some other antics like stopping time, taking souls, has superhuman strength, can lift up to 75 tons, has superhuman durability, regenerative powers, and destroying galaxies. But the good news is that when Odin dies, the Odin Force will pass on to Thor, which will allow Thor to finally take the throne and rule over Asgard, as he was always meant to do. Number 7. The Beyonder. He has been described as having more power than a million universes combined and is considered a supreme being. He is an ancient entity from a race of beings who exist as the sum of everything in their multiverse. The Beyonder can control the realities of space and time. He kidnapped the heroes and villains of the Marvel Universe and had them to do battle on another planet called Battleworld. After defeating the massive group of heroes sent to stop him, the invulnerable and immortal Beyonder was only able to be defeated when he briefly allowed himself to be vulnerable while using a machine he built to turn himself into a mortal. Can he kill Thor? Yes, he can. It is said that mere notice of Rune King Thor by the Beyonder would make Thor cease to exist.
You know what they say, Beyonder. Whoever is worthy will possess the power of Thor!
Number 6. Dormammu. Dormammu is a primordial interdimensional entity who wields apocalyptic levels of supernatural power and is the ruler of the Dark Dimension. As the ancient lord of the Dark Dimension and arch-nemesis of the Sorcerer Supreme Doctor Strange, he is one of the toughest beings in existence. He has mystical energy that allows him to achieve feats such as energy blasts and matter manipulation, as well as possession, necromancy, and teleportation. He can create demon lords, empower armies, and is otherwise a galactic threat. Dormammu convinced the sorcerer Caecilius to use his power to destroy the masters of the mystic arts and bring the Dark Dimension to Earth. Before Dormammu could complete his plans, he was stopped by Doctor Strange, who used the Eye of Agamotto to trap Dormammu in an endless time loop until he agreed to leave Earth and take Caecilius with him. He is the toughest enemy Avengers have ever faced and of course an immortal. He is so powerful that if he would come to Earth, he would bring nothing but destruction and chaos. Thor may be a super powerful entity, yet he has never been capable of destroying Earth the way Dormammu can. Number 5. The Phoenix Force. The Phoenix Force is one of the oldest known cosmic entities, representing life that has not yet been born, as well as the forces of creation and destruction. The Phoenix Force is said to precede darkness and is said to be the fire from which all things were born. The Phoenix Force is an immortal, indestructible, and mutable manifestation of the prime universal force of life. It is known for possessing Jean Grey and causing her to go into meltdown mode. With the power to cut and regrow any parts of the universe, as well as destroy it entirely, Phoenix Force has limitless powers and pretty much does whatever it wants. The Phoenix Force can travel back and forth through time and manipulate any aspect of reality that it so chooses. So this means if Phoenix Force were to have a fight with Thor, he would lose the battle even before it can begin.
Whatever I have done to lead you to do this, I am truly sorry. But these people are innocent. Taking their lives will gain you nothing.
Number 4. The Chaos King. This guy's real name is Amatsu Mikaboshi. He is one of the greatest enemies of Thor as he has immense powers. He has some of the basic powers that are expected of a god, including super strength and super speed. Apart from these strengths, he can channel mystical dark energies and is capable of generating energy blasts that even rival the lightning bolts of Zeus. He can also fly, teleport, shapeshift, become invisible, and even create copies of himself. Above all, he is capable of manipulating small armies of demons to have his way out. With these kinds of powers, Thor doesn't stand a chance against him. Number 3. Surtur. Surtur was an enormous fiery demon native to the dimension of Asgard. He possessed evil intelligence and vast power and was one of the major elemental forces of evil that the Asgardians feared. Over 1,000 feet tall and wielding a huge fiery sword, he was once imprisoned by Odin at the Earth's core, but was set free by the god of mischief Loki to wreak havoc on Earth. Surtur possessed strength and durability far surpassing that of Thor. He had the ability to generate intense heat, flames, or concussive force like molecular manipulation such as transforming his fingers into serpents, levitation, and interdimensional travel.
I am Asgard's doom, and so are you. All will suffer. All will burn.
Number 2. Bor. Bor is Odin's father and Thor's granddaddy, which means that he possesses all the powers of Thor multiplied by 3. He is even powerful than Odin, who is considered one of the most powerful beings in the Marvel Universe. He was the previous ruler of Asgard. He has super strength, speed, durability, and stamina. His choice of weapon is a scythe that has already withstood blows from Thor's hammer Mjolnir. Not only this, he can catch it in the air and can wield it as well as Thor. If both were to have a fight, then Thor will most certainly face a tough time. Number 1. Galactus. Galactus is a large, immortal, and powerful cosmic entity who originally consumed planets to sustain his life force and operates without regard to the morality and judgments of mortal beings. Like any living organism that needs food to survive, this guy also needs to eat nutrients to sustain himself. His only source of consumption is living planets. He sucks the energy out of habitant planets, leaving them lifeless and sometimes completely destroyed. They oftentimes end up simply being floating debris in space. It is said that Galactus isn't evil. He, in fact, is nature's way of preventing galactic overpopulation. In addition to possessing raw strength, Galactus can create life, resurrect the dead, bring dead planets back to life, and so much more. He is the only survivor of the Big Bang that ended the previous universe, so it may be concluded that he might be a little hard to kill. When he attacked Earth, Galactus had to be repelled by a combination of the world's strongest and smartest heroes, namely the Fantastic Four. So, would Thor be able to win if he were to have a battle with Galactus? I would say not a chance. That's all for today. I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you never miss any amazing video from us.